an idea for a painting, but you don't have access to the subject matter you need, like a blue ring octopus. Where then do you get that photo to use for your artwork legally? Keyword there. Now, if you're not aware, you can't just take any photo you like off Google or off the internet or some photographer's website and use that in your own work. Super illegal. There are copyrights. Hey, I was reading that. There's a myth out there that I don't even know where this began, but people will say you can just change 20% or as long as you change 30, 40, 60. I mean, I've heard all amounts. There is no amount you can change and then it will be legal. No, you can't use a photographer's or somebody else's photo in your work without permission. I mean, you could, but then you could also get sued. No. Yeah, Friday. I was using that. Stop stealing my stuff. I'm gonna share where I get my reference photos when I can't get the photo myself. And a little side story about the whole, it's okay as long as you change stuff. We'll come back to that at the end. You guys remember the Obama Hope poster? Yeah, stop using that as an example of it's okay. No, it's not. We'll come back. The first photographer that offers photos for reference photos, I'm super excited about. This is one of my absolute favorite photographers, and I've convinced him to, for selfish reasons, because I want to use his work, I have convinced him to make a Patreon where he offers his work to artists to use as reference photos. You can also use them as a background for your computer. Yeah, that blue ring octopus is gonna be mine. But this gives you legal rights to use this in your artwork. You don't have to worry about later on getting a cease and desist letter from the photographer because you used something you weren't allowed to use. This photographer is Michael Vargas. I will put a link to his Instagram and his Patreon in the video description. Even if you don't sign up, definitely check out his work. It's amazing. And right now he just started, so he's only got the one tier. For $4 a month, you get a minimum of 10 super high quality, absolutely amazing, amazing photos that you can use in your artwork legally. Seriously, look at this octopus. Like, I'm just so excited because I have a painting planned for him with hammerhead sharks. So if you're not subscribed, definitely that's coming. Where am I gonna get the hammerhead reference photos? Michael, any chance you can go get some photographs of some hammerhead sharks for me? It's safe, totally safe. It'll be fine.
No.
The next place are for fellow artists who enjoy painting marine life, Tidal Gardens. With Tidal Gardens, you get 50 photos of coral every single month for as little as $5 a month. And this is a big deal because for me, when I do my underwater scenes, I like to do lots of groupings of different types of corals. And so those 50 are perfect for this sort of thing where I can just almost make a collage of all of the photos that I got that month. The last paid site that I use is wildlifereferencephotos.com. They have a huge selection of just tons and tons of different animals. No blue ring octopuses though. I've got an obsession. But they do have some really good sea turtles. Now there are other sites that sell photos like iStock, Shutterstock. There are several different sites. I don't recommend those. Even though you're technically buying the rights to use those, I contacted one, I wanna say it was Shutterstock. I could have that wrong. It's been years. But I contacted them asking, there was a photo that I wanted. I think it was like $20 for one image, maybe 30, I don't remember. But whatever it was, I contacted them asking if that license that I was purchasing included being able to use that image in my artwork. Turns out, no, it did not. In order for me to use it in my artwork, it would have been in the hundreds of dollars, and it would go up from there depending on how many prints I made, how much I sold the painting for. Like, there were a lot of really odd stipulations that they had for me using any of the photos that I would have paid for from their site. And it certainly wasn't the lower cost that they displayed on there to get the proper licensing. So I avoid anything that isn't specifically saying that it's for artists to use in their work. Hey, that's mine.
Mine now.
For free reference photos, the two sites that I use are Pixabay and Unsplash. And there are some amazing photos on there if you're willing to scroll through and look through some lesser photos to find the good ones. There are some really good ones, but do be aware, one of the problems with those sites is that sometimes you will just have bad actors who upload photos that they don't have rights to, that they've stolen from somewhere else. And so that's a little bit iffy on if the photo you downloaded, even though it's listed as royalty free, even though it should be perfectly legal for you to use in your art, sometimes there will be something on there that was not supposed to be on there. What I personally do is look, there's usually a section on that image that will tell you what kind of camera was used. Normally that seems to be uploaded by the photographer themselves, but when it's just a straight JPEG, that's a bigger red flag as to the likelihood that somebody just uploaded a photo they found online. I don't know why people do that, what they're trying to accomplish. I don't know. So what I personally do with anything that I get on those free websites is I do a reverse image search and try to find out if that photo comes from a photographer's actual website. If it does, you can contact that photographer and ask if that was allowed to be there, if it's okay with them for you to paint that, just to be on the safe side. Let's say you did a Google search and you loved a photo from an artist on their website. Contact them and ask them if it's okay with them for you to use it. Don't just make an assumption that, oh, it was on Google, I can use. No, you can't. You can get a cease and desist letter that way. No fun when you put tons and tons of work into the artwork to be told you can't show that online or sell it or make prints. Plus, it's really shady to do to the photographer. There's a special place in hell for artists who are stealing another artist's work, and a photographer is a form of art.
I'll take that.
Let's say you contact a photographer asking for permission to use one of their pieces and you get no response. That's the same thing as a no. Don't take that as, oh, well, I asked and I didn't hear back. No, you can't. You can't. That's the same thing as no. Don't do it.
Yeah, you can have that back.
There's no real reason. We have so many great options, from low-cost photos for $4 a month all the way over to free options that are still legal. I guess I should give myself a plug in here as well. For as little as $4 a month, you get access to all of my longer tutorials and 5 royalty-free reference photos that I've taken myself that you're allowed to use in your work. The $9 and up tiers get 10 reference photos a month. $14 tiers with me will also give you access to any of the photos I've posted of my critters, usually tree frogs or fish, coral, that sort of thing that I post over on my social media, in addition to the higher quality photos that I post once a month. See, so many options for you to keep it all legal. I'll have links to all of these websites in the video description. If you're interested in watching that really old copyright video, I will put a link right here.
Aw, I thought I was Team Edward.